Hey all, you might be people like me wondering which notebook to choose to get the best writing out of your ink pens, fountain ink pens, right? So today I'm just going to do this experiment, okay? I have the Pelican uh, Golden Lapis, I have the Sailor Shikiri Southern, and Elkat the Sapphire Harbin. Okay, so the herbane is with a Schmidt iridium nib, the Ratnam Sense pen. The sailor is with a lotus pen, the Jovo nib, and the pelican is with the Dupont pen. All three are medium, and the notebooks I'm going to use. This is the Midori MD. This I have a logical prime. I also have a Rhodia. I have two endless. One is like 2 3 years back version. The other one is a newer version, and I have a clear fountain. So we are just trying to write in this and see the difference, what reflects the color well, and how it's going. So let's take it one by one. So my first attempt is with the Schmidt iridium nib and also the Alcat de Sapphire. And the notebook I'm going to use is the Midori MD. Let's see how it goes. This writes really smooth. Let's now try the Sailor and the Jovo combination. Okay. What about the Pelican? So let's see how the color reproduction happens. Let's give it a second to dry up. Okay, now um, all the three colors have actually come out really well. If you look at it, uh, the three colors are very distinct, and the last one somehow I feel that it is little dark and it's not really reflecting the colors well. It's too dark. The last one, which is the Pelican Golden Lapis. Okay, but the color reproduction has come well. How is it to write? All the three pens write well. Slightish feedback, but I don't think it's really a great feedback. It's very smooth paper to write. Okay, I am a guy who lives near the sea, so you see that the Clairefontaine notebook that I am using, the Clairefontaine, the staple has actually rusted. So, irrespective of that, let's see how the writing is. Okay, that is for this. So next one I'm going to use the sailor ink. Okay. How is it to write with the Pelican and the Saint Dupont? Okay, let's give it a second to dry, and then uh, we'll see how is it. But but the writing is absolutely better smooth. If I compare it to the first one, which is the uh, Midori MD, I think this is a lot smoother, I would say, a little bit more smoother than the Midori MD. I should say that. Okay, am I happy with the color reproduction? Color reproduction is better. I mean, actually, Midori MD I find it better. This is good, but not as good as Midori MD. I find that the Midori's color reproduction is much better. Though this reflects the color well, I'm happy with the Alcad Sapphire. Uh, so, but again, the color reproduction, I think Midori is better than this. Okay, now I am going to use the endless recorder. This is from a couple of years old at least. So basically, if you look, these pages are little more creamier than the newer ones. I think the paper might be different. That's why the newer book uses the regalia paper. This one I'm not sure. I think it is the older version which uses the Tomia River, but I'm not sure. Okay, so let's try it. This is the old endless with Schmidt M and Elcat D Sapphire ink. Okay, now let me move to the sailor ink. This is sailor with older endless and Jovium. Okay, third one, this is old uh, endless uh, Saint Dupont M and Pelican ink. Okay, how is it to write? Uh, there is feedback, if I should say. There is feedback. Uh, so the smoothness is not as good as the Clairefontaine or Midori MD. So if I have to order it now, it's the Clairefontaine, Midori MD, and then comes the endless for the smoothness to write on the paper. How is the color reproduction? That's what I wanted to check. Okay, you see that the colors are coming out okay, but it's not as uh, the richness of the color is not as good as uh, Midori MD. So uh, this is good, but really not the greatest. I think Midori MD is much better than what I have seen. So ordering it, color reproduction, I think Midori MD, Clairefontaine, and the old endless. That's how I would rate it. Okay, I am now using the newer endless, which I think is the regalia paper. So let's try. Now it is with the Elcat Sapphire, new endless Elcat D Sapphire and Schmidt medium. Okay, now with the sailor, new, endless, sailor, southern, and yovo yam. Okay, third one, new, endless, um, pelican, pelican, ink, and Saint Dupont medium. Okay, how is the color reproduction now? Let's see. I think color reproduces almost similar to the older one, but the newer one is slightly better. How is the writing? Is again there is feedback, I should say. So the writing experience, I would the four notebooks we have tried till now, I would put this at the last, and the color reproduction, I would put this before. Uh, Actually, not. I would put this at the last again. I think the other endless was better than this. So that's how I feel. So, uh, yeah, the other endless was better than this. Okay, now I use the logical prime. Okay, this looks good. Okay, and now the last one. Okay, the writing experience, the smoothness of the paper, I am actually happier with this. So if I have to order it, this goes right in the top. So I think I would put this closer to, Clairefontaine. So my preference would be the Logical Prime, Clairefontaine, Midori MD, and the two Endless after that. The color reproduction, I think this reproduces the color little better. So again, color reproduction, I think Midori MD, Logical Prime, and then Clairefontaine, and then Endless. So that will be the order for me till now. So I think the colors are come out little better here. Now I have the rodeo paper, so let's try. Okay, this is good. Okay, And the last row. Okay, how does this compare now? Um, the Rhodia, I should say, is good. I think the smoothness wise, if I have to again see, Rhodia is butter smooth, I should say. But again, given a choice, I would prefer Logical Prime, Rhodia, Midori, Clairfont. I mean, we are comparing the smoothness now, right? So for the smoothness, it's the Logical Prime, Rhodia, uh, Clairefontaine, Midori MD, and the two endless follows. So the for the color reproduction, how do I find this? I think I would rate this below my logical prime and a Midori MD. I think Midori MD and my logical prime will come on the top, followed by the Clairefontaine, and then this, and then the two endless. That's what I would feel. Let's see. Let's put them together and see. Okay, when I put them together, actually I feel that my uh, the way I know things is slightly different. Okay, when I put them together, I see that in my Clairefontaine, the Elcat de Sapphire shows really well, but at the same time, the Pelican Lapis Blue is not coming out well. Okay, in the Rhodia, uh, again the uh, how do I say, it looks a bit duller than usual in the other papers. For example, uh, if I compare to this, Clairefontaine, the Rhodia is little duller. Okay, and the if I look at the Sailor Blue, I think the logical prime is reflecting it really dull. So now coming back to the older endless, I should say that again the Alcat de Sapphire looks okay. The Sailor is looking a little duller, and the new endless, I would say that the Alcat de Sapphire looks good. The Saint DuPont looks okay. I mean the Pelican Ink, I'm sorry. And the endless comes out okay, okayish, but not as good as the Clairefontaine. So if I compare to the Clairefontaine, the new endless, the color reproduction, I'm not that happy. Now, what happened to Midori MD? Midori MD, if I look at the color reproduction, the Mont, not Montwood ink, this is the Elcat Sapphire ink, and the Lapis ink is not coming out well, it's coming out really dark. I am not happy with it at the end. When I look back at it after, say, a minute or two. Now, putting this together, my picture changes altogether. I would say that the Clairefontaine is much better at reflecting the colors, I would say, and then followed by uh, the endless newer paper, which reflects it much better, and then I would go for the logical prime, where the color reproduction is decent. Okay, but at the same time, the Rhodia and the Midori MD The color reproduction, I am not that happy with it. I am not able to see the uh, details. See, if you look at Midori MD, the first one, that is a Elcat Sapphire ink, and the lapis ink of Pelican, looks almost the same. There is no change. Compare that to this one, it is different. See, you see all the three colors very very differently. Now, coming back to Midori, where you see both this first and third colors the same, here in Rhodia as well the same problem. The second, first and third, there is hardly much difference between the three. Okay, the new endless that way, just like Clairefontaine, the colors are coming out. All the three are coming out well, but again, it follows the Clairefontaine, but not really making a difference. So, if I have to eliminate, I would say I would eliminate the Midori MD and the Rhodia if I have to buy, and the old version of the endless. So what is left with me? 1 second, let me rearrange. Okay, now I have rearranged. I have only three with me. The first one is the logical prime. The second one is the Clairefontaine, and the third one is the new endless. The color reproduction in all these three are okay. If you ask me, I would rate the Clairefontaine as better. The second one will be the new endless, and the third will be the logical prime. Logical prime, for example, if you see that the sailor ink, the color in the logical prime is really not coming out well. It's a little dullish, which is something which I am not happy with. Similar to that, the first one, if you see, the Elcat Sapphire is a lot more darker. So I would put that as a third. Okay. Now, what would I choose? If I want the smoothness, I would ideally go with the Clairefontaine or the logical prime here. But if I want a good color reproduction, so again, let's go back. For smoothness, Clairefontaine followed by endless new. Sorry, I'm blabbering. For smoothness, Colorfontaine or Clairefontaine and logical prime will be the top, followed by the endless, which has a bit of feedback. But if I have to choose for the color reproduction, I would choose Clairefontaine first, the new endless second, and the logical prime third. That's how my choice would be. So I've used three shades of blue to kind of make it evident how the colors are coming out in these papers. Okay, so I think this will make it easier, and apparently after this, what will be my choice? I would go with the endless one because it's easily available for me in India. Second, it reflects the color really well. That's what I would look for. A little bit of feedback is something I can live with. Okay, so I think I will still go with the endless. The Clairefontaine, I love it. It reflects the color really well. Again, I would try to get a book as like 196 pages. If I get it, I may take it. Okay, it depends upon the availability. But my prime thing to go with will be the Clairefontaine or the endless. Both are good. Again, Clairefontaine because it reflects the writing smoothness is too good. I am not happy with the color reproduction of logical prime, so I would leave it at that. So that's all, folks. I think I hope it is helpful for you to choose your papers for either smoothness or color reproduction as the aspect. Thank you. Bye.